So I reckon today is the day to celebrate being here in this fine country.
Well, it is
Hey.
Australia Day.
Cheers, big fella.
Cheers. I'll drink to that. Now, there's only one problem.
The internet.
Not everyone sees it as Australia Day. Our Indigenous First Country people are definitely not in favour of Australia Day, as they have labelled it Invasion Day, which is kind of sort of true.
Yeah, where do you land on this, Ranga? Are you?
Well, I tell you where I land on this, right? Who gives a crap what the day is, really? It's a public holiday, right? And we just get to say, yay, Australia. So why does it have to be on the day Captain Cook landed here and all the Indigenous people are like, you invaded us, it's a horrible day? Why don't we make it like the date of federation when we broke out our own constitution away from the UK or something like that back in
why not move
1903?
Just move it one day and say, hey, here's a public holiday to celebrate being alive.
I mean, I don't have a problem with them calling it Australia Day, but if you want to call it Australia Day, at least consult with the First Nations people. I think that is a fair thing to do. You can't do it on the day Captain Cook landed here. That's a bit crook. That is Invasion Day, in my opinion. And I can, as you can tell, looking at me, I have no Indigenous blood in me at all. Believe it or not, I'm pretty pink. I'm pretty damn pink, but I still say it shouldn't be on the day that offends our First Nations people. And what are your thoughts, Chow?
Well, first, I just want to loop back to, do you think that you are a pink that is pretty, or are you saying that you are fairly pink?
Didn't there used to be a song called Pretty in Pink in the 80s or the 90s or something? I don't know.
Possibly. Anyway. I was quite infantile at that stage.
Oh, so. That's right. You're still that's right. You're a Gen Y, aren't you?
Mm. I'm definitely one of the letters. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
But no, look, I really think it's over the top, the amount of nonsense. Like, this year has been the biggest year for Facebook nonsense that I have seen. Our feed is just littered with the silliness. And like you say, it's a public holiday. Yeah, and as Australians, we really, really, really like to have days off.
Yes.
Both the whites and the Indigenous, both, the imports from overseas that have come to live here, we all have something in common. We sure as hell don't want to be at work. And for 90% of us, we love a drink.
God, I love how politically correct you are. The imports that have come here.
Imports, I don't want to isolate anyone. Just anyone that's come in from overseas that's enjoying this country and loves a drink and loves a public holiday. That's what it's all about. It's not about celebrating the horrible mistakes that were made in the past.
It's also about lamb chops and sausages.
Oh, yes, I do
bacon,
love a good barbecue.
Ham, T-bones,
getting out
eye fillets,
it was horrible weather today, but we took the kid out to the beach. I think you pushed it too far with the meats.
And everyone loves a good rump.
Because I'm hungry now. So we're just going to wrap it up here. I'm off to the pub. It shouldn't be this much offense. It shouldn't be this much aggression. In this day and age, we are so past that. It's just a public holiday. It's a good chance to get together with mates, enjoy yourself, make sure that you're not doing the wrong thing anymore. Yeah, there was mistakes in the past, but that's the past. Let's move on, be happy together, and get wasted.
Now, having said that, though, I am not a supporter of a lot of the stuff that the Indigenous Australians do. I am not in favour of, they wanted the government to say sorry, and they did that. The government said sorry, and then they want something else, and they want something else, then they want something else. They wanted land rights. They got land rights.
It kind of reminds me of my 4-year-old. Dad, I just want to watch one more episode before I go to bed. Okay, mate. It ends. Oh, maybe 2 more. You asked for one. You got your one. Why are we having this conversation?
Yeah.
Why do you still want more? If you wanted more originally, why didn't you say, hey, I want 2, I want 10? We could have negotiated then. But no, you can't just keep coming back and going, I want more, I want more, I want more. And living in this town is very, very notable. You can see the ones that are happy to assimilate and work, and they most likely get some sort of things that I don't. that's their prerogative. That's fine. They're still out there. They're still owning their dollar. They're still contributing. There's a lot of others that you see coming into town, causing fights, habitual rubbish throwers. You know, I'm quite proud to be Australian, and I don't like seeing rubbish out in these areas.
Well, remember, like two or three weeks ago, they set the old Parliament House on fire in Canberra, as way of a protest. But that's not a protest. That's vandalism. You know what I mean? Like, you've got what you're getting.
You're not getting your voice heard by that. You're just being seen as thugs. That's all.
And what's next, though? Okay, so let's say we change Australia Day, and we change the flag to be more inclusive. What next? You know, where does it stop? Just tell us what you want us to do.
Yeah. And more to the point, let's all just move on. Again, we can't change the past. We can accept that it was wrong, and we can all continue because we're all here now. It's not like
which is why I said before. Which is why I said before. Let's do it on a date that is accepted by our First Nations people, so we can call it Australia encapsulating everyone. Let's do that, and that would be great.
As per Chow's instructions, we just want a day off. Don't care what day it is. Don't care what you call it. Just give us a day off. Hell, if it makes everybody happier, let's have Australia Week on a different week, so we don't upset anybody. But let's just have a whole week.
Yeah, let's make it a week. I agree. We should do Australia Week.
Government, if you're listening in, make sure you hit that idea up. Whole week holiday, inclusive of everyone.
I'm totally in agreement with this.
Yep, right. All right, before offensive to anybody else, let's get the hell out of here. Thanks for that, Ranger.
See ya. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Not on point with your timing for your cheers this week. We are getting sloppy.